Hello, everyone. Today we're just going to do a brief introduction to international political organizations. Um, so we're going to talk more about this tomorrow. This is just going to be a brief introduction so you guys can get an idea of what we're talking about. Okay. So the first one we're going to talk about is the United Nations. So the United Nations was founded in 1945, and today there are 193 members that are a part of the UN, but there are 5 permanent members, and those are China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. And this basically means that they have the power to veto legislation that comes through that they might not like. So just like the Supreme Court or the president that we talked about earlier. So this works to maintain international peace and security, give humanitarian assistance to those in need, and protect human rights, and to uphold international law. So we're going to talk a little more about international law tomorrow, but just know that the United Nations is supposed to uphold that law. All right. So we're going to explore this website just to see some of the things that the UN does. So you can scan this QR code. And then, let's see. This is what you guys are going to be looking at. And you can choose any one of these you want that you think is interesting. You can talk about this with your classmates at your table. All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is NATO. Does anyone know what NATO stands for? All right, it means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So, NATO was founded on April 4th, 1949, and it has 12 founding countries. And those are Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the United Kingdom, and the United States. So those are the 12 countries that founded NATO, but 18 more have joined them. And so today there are 30 member countries from North America and Europe. So NATO was founded to serve 3 main purposes, and those are to deter Soviet expansionism, forbidding the revival of nationalist militarism in Europe, and encouraging European political organization. Does anyone remember what the Soviet Union is? Right, that was from World War II, and that was Russia. So, does anyone remember what nationalism means that we talked about during that time as well? Good. That just means to fight and do anything for your country, and that doesn't mean that it's good, right? Yeah. So today, NATO is the leading contributor to peace and security internationally. So all around the world, they are the biggest people who promote peace. Okay, so we're going to take 5 minutes to explore this page, and then you're going to discuss why, with your table, why you think that NATO is important. There's no wrong answers here except if you don't try. So we're going to be looking at this, and you can see just some of the things that they do, how NATO works. So we're going to talk more about that tomorrow. Okay. So the last one that we're going to talk about today is the International Court of Justice. So this was founded on June 26, 1945. And it was created to bring peaceful means of settlement of international disputes or situations which might lead to a breach of peace. So it was basically founded to stop those world wars that we just talked about, because people were just getting sick of it and they didn't want any more people to die. So it's composed of 15 judges, and they are elected to 9-year terms. So they are elected by thirds. So every 9 years or whatever, 1/3 of the judges will be up for election. So that so that the entire court isn't completely new at one time. But these judges can be reelected if they want to, and they are elected by the UN General Assembly and the Security Council, but we're going to talk more about the Security Council tomorrow. So the last thing that we're going to do today is you guys are going to look up a case that the International Court of Justice handled that deals with human rights. And then you're going to type out a summary of it and tell me if you think their decision was effective in protecting human rights. So you guys can use this website, but you don't have to. It just has like a list of some of the cases that you can use. So yeah, but you guys can find any online that you want to. You do not have to use that list. And that's going to be your exit ticket today. You're going to turn that in on Canvas.